Okay, wait, but what's
The next tip,
yeah, what's the next tip?
I think it's actually one of your favorite tips.
Oh, which one is it?
So it's about your personal narrative.
Oh, this is my favorite.
So basically your personal narrative, it's the stories you tell yourself about yourself.
Right.
And here's why this is important. I'm actually going to share a personal example from my own life. So years and years ago, I used to be a horrible, horrible dater. In fact, I was one of those typical guys that only went on about 2 to 3 dates a year. And
Nice.
yeah, it was nice, and that's why
How'd that work out for you?
it worked out great if you want to stay single for the rest of your life.
Right.
It's kind of funny, actually. If I feel like if I wanted to write a book entitled How to Stay Single for the Rest of Your Life, I could tell you exactly how to do that.
Oh, awesome.
But luckily, I figured out how not to do that, and so I've since gotten married.
Oh, awesome.
But so here's kind of the idea. So we all tell ourselves stories about ourselves, and usually it goes back to our past experience.
Right.
So let's say, for instance, that the last 10 girls I asked for their phone number or tried to ask out on a date, they all turned me down. Well, what's going to happen is I'm going to start telling myself a story that all women are going to turn me down, no women like me, you know, I'm not good enough, I'm not attractive enough.
Right.
And so what happens is the next time I see a girl and I think, you know, like, oh wow, she's really cute, I want to go get her number, I want to ask her out on a date, I start approaching her, well then the stories start kicking in like, oh, she's going to turn you down. The last, 10 girls turned you down. No women like you. So by the time I even say hi to her,
Right.
my confidence is shot. I just don't have the confidence or the presence so that she can naturally feel attraction for me.
Yeah.
So the point is, before I even,
Because you're thinking before you even go there.
that
You're
she's going
like,
to turn me down.
She's going to say no.
Yeah. And so what happens is I keep on perpetuating that same story.
Right.
That story just becomes more and more, ingrained into my soul.
Yeah.
And so why this realization is important is the following. Guys who don't date a lot, they have to become very, very attuned to what their personal narrative is.
Right.
And they have to think, oh my gosh, is that the story that I'm telling myself about women? That
Right.
she's going to turn me down before I even say hi to her.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, what's very important is then to actually start doing things first to start changing one's personal narrative.
Right.
And we're actually going to talk about these
The different
specifics.
tips of things that you can tell yourself and things that you can do to improve yourself so you have a better personal narrative.
Exactly. And we'll be talking about these in the next couple videos.
Yeah.